Hey, everybody. Welcome to you from um, Joshua Tree, California, out here for a family event. You can see the background. This is not one of those Zoom backgrounds. This is real. It's very, very cool. I'd like to talk today about life balance and really the two um, initiatives I talked about in my Optimize Heroic Top 10, focusing on energy work and love personas, identifying those, and then honoring and defending your AM and PM bookends. So, to that end, I want to talk about that and why, frankly, you should care. I mean, why should any of us care about that? So, let's start. If you think about a masterpiece day, which is a day where you are your best, and it's different from all of us, or for all of us, but we all know that work expands to fill whatever time we have available. It creeps into the rest of our life, as any center of passion will. And it's important to have something that you can use as a way to say no or not now. So you can push things away. And life centers do that. If you have a clear energy persona, mine is Spartan Racer, so I try to keep myself in a level of fitness that allows me to compete. See my little strongman uh, t-shirt. It's a weightlifting competition. Work, you need to have a very clear vision of your contribution and what you're trying to accomplish. And then live to that and achieve those goals. And then in love, whether that be self-love, love of your significant other or partner, love of your family, love of humanity, love of your coworkers and your team, all of those require focused work. So if you begin to live in a way that allows you to stay focused on those things, it's easier to say no to something at work if a requirement or a goal is negatively impacted, say in love or energy. I'm not going to work out today, I'm too busy. Not acceptable. You can't treat you like that. So you need clear boundaries, and boundaries are generally created for high achievers, like those of you on this podcast, by goals, principles to guide our execution. So we need to be intentional. We need to make sure that we know these and then live them. So, how to construct a masterpiece day? First, think about, how do you work best? I'm better in the morning, I'm better in the evening, I'm better here. And then, and I'm going to divide this up a little bit, dedicate time for you and to grow 1% each day. Call it 14 and a half minutes is 1% of a day. Dedicate at least that amount of time for you to get better. That could be meditation. That could be viewing a heroic +1. That could be doing some reading. That could be having a conversation with a mentor or coach. That could be working on you. And excuse the boundaries there, but it's kind of cute. Dedicate boundaries, AM and PM bookends. And what does that mean? That means knowing when things are going to start and stop. Now, first common objection is, hey man, I'm not going to be one of those people who's a 9-to-5er because no one succeeds. We need more than that. That's okay. Fine. But you don't always need more than that. And you need to know when you turn things off. When your love or energy commitment starts, your work commitment has to stop. And most of us, and I'm emphasizing this for this reason, overwork and underperform in the other two areas. So you need to really decide when they are. Is it 5? Is it 5:30? Is it 6? But when it's off, it's off. Put it away. Come back to it when the start time comes. You also need to dedicate time for deep work. And deep work is really work on your highest priorities. When are you best in the day. Me in the morning's better, so I try to focus my morning like it's morning right now. Here, you can probably tell that by the light, which is coming in. The sun's like right there in the sky, and it's fairly early. Um, but whatever your best deep work time, block it. Allow no intrusions. In fact, we'll talk about digital interaction now. Email, texts, social media are all outbound tools. And that's the first principle I'd ask you to think about. They're an outbound tool. They're not an inbound tool. I'm not going to let them manage my life. I'm going to manage these tools as a way to connect and communicate. And so set times, is at 9 a.m., 11, 2, and 4:30. And that's when I look at emails and texts and I respond. And I do let everybody know that, I'm not going to be back to you immediately in most cases. Some cases I am. Same thing is true of cell phone calls. So where digital interaction is important, manage it. So you're not letting it rule your life. You're using it as a tool. And then set time to connect with others. And this is often really, really overlooked by leaders. Most of your role is not there to do things. You're there to help others achieve their goals and do things. And so mindfully set out time to connect with people that are important to you. And that's true in your energy and your work and your love. But just take work. Make sure you have time to walk around and listen. In your family, make sure you take time to listen to your kids or your partner or your family or your friends. And then set and observe a digital sunset. When does all digital, TV, everything go away? Now, one thing I've struggled with is the whole books online. I use Apple, but many use Kindle. And I'm not here to endorse one over the other, but I don't believe that reading is a digital input, but it can be if you slip over and start looking at email right before you go to bed. So watch that and manage that. So winding up, why would you do this? Well, first, life simply gets better. Productivity gets better. You're going to be more efficient and more effective, especially with the tasks versus people and the deep work time. And then happiness improves. And after all, aren't we all in this game of life to be happy and to contribute in a meaningful way to the betterment of others? So, food for thought. If you want to talk, shoot me a note. This is always on YouTube. It's on LinkedIn. It's distributed to our list of subscribers. So take care. Have a wonderful rest of the week.